Hi, everybody. Welcome to this week's Writers Chat. And this is a place we all like to gather together as writers, talk about writing, all things writers, by writers, and for writers. So we're so happy to see everybody today, or those of you that are taking the time to watch the replay. Thank you. Thank you for being part of our community. And it is such a good, supportive community. And we have one of our own community members today giving us some really inside scoops, a neat hands-on. I think it'll be a fun presentation, creative presentation on that. So I'm just going to say hello to everybody. Hello, Brandy and Johnny and Melissa and Norma. And I'm going to turn it over to Melissa to intro our special guest. Go ahead.
Well, it is my pleasure to introduce my good friend, Norma Poor. We've known each other for quite a little while now. We first met at the Jerry Jenkins Writers Guild. Well, I guess just the Jerry Jenkins Guild is what he called it at the time. So that was 2016, I think. And we formed a group from a group that met in the forum there called Moms by Day, Writers by Night, and eventually developed what I like to call fondly our own mastermind group. And Norma is our encouraging, extroverted member who always keeps us in line with her trusty licorice whips so that we stick to our writing goals. And she's always there to encourage us. For those who don't know Norma, I have her lovely bio here that I will read for you. Norma Poor has lived through difficult circumstances and now allows her journey to fuel her encouragement for those who are hurting. Her inspirational nonfiction is penned with honest transparency and filled with hope from God's word. As a respected member of the publishing community, she's an award-winning author and editing manager of Almost an Author. Married for 40 plus years, she has 6 children and 11 grandchildren, and you can connect with her on social media or normapoor.com. And today she's going to share with us how to work on Canva for beginners, for writers, and some special other little treats I know that are in store for how-tos that we're excited to learn about. So take it away, Norma.
Well, thank you. Yes, Melissa and I have known each other for quite a while, and she's quite the encourager herself. And if I'm fresh out of licorice sticks, y'all, because usually okay. But anyway, yes, this is exciting. And y'all excuse me if I'm a little nervous here at the beginning. But what I want to do to start with is just let's go ahead and I'm going to share my screen. And that's not... there we go. Okay. Bear with me, y'all. It's not working. Oh, helps if I hit the right buttons. Okay. So I need to move this. Move my little task menu down. All right. So if you all have your Canva, if you will go ahead and open it. If you don't, catch the replay and do it then. First of all, I'll tell you, I am not a pro at this, and I only use the free version. So what I'm going to talk to you about today is the free version and just some of the things that I've done with it. And I use Canva almost daily, sometimes a couple times a day, several times a day, depending on the day. It's super easy. So let me just go through some of the basic things. As you can see on the screen here, you have home, templates, projects, and this is where it automatically keeps everything you've made, even your mistakes. So if you don't want to keep something, there's these beautiful little 3 dots, and you just click on those, and boop, you can move to trash. So every once in a while, I go through my projects and kind of clean up. And then there's, if you see this golden circle with a crown, that means it's for the pro version, the paid version, and it's not accessible. But there's all these wonderful things down the left pane here. And then as you come to this part, it shows all your projects, folders, all of that y'all can read. And then it just, if you go down, it will show you all of your designs, all the things you've done. So there you have it. And then if you hit home, your screen should look like this. And in this main bar right here, it has all the different kind of presentations that you could have: social media, banners, posters. They have, sorry, I have a phone ringing and my apologies. They have a, you can do invitations, you can do business cards. In fact, my business cards, any of you that have mine, I actually did them here on Canva a couple years ago. So it has all that. And as you can see, there's a For You, which this pulls out most of the things that you typically do, except I haven't used Whiteboard yet, but I do a lot of Instagram and a lot of mobile video. So you say, well, how do I get started? All right. First, you can either take a few moments and sorry guys, take a few moments and scroll. See, there's this button here, and you can keep going and keep going and keep going and try to find what you're looking for. But I'm kind of lazy, truth. So I come up here and let's say I want to do a Twitter post. See, there's the two I've used the most recently, and I'll hit a Twitter post. The thing you could do with it after that is you see all of my Twitter posts. So that you can come over here to templates and hit template. This is where I almost always start because it starts with all of these, and often there is a blank one if you want to use it. So we'll do social media. I don't know why my blank one didn't come up. Let's try this again. Just so you guys know, technology and I have been in a fight for about a week, and he's won most of the time. So there we go. So here's a blank one. And so you can start here and pull that up, or you can scroll through, and if you see something, oh, that really catches my eye, then you can use it and change it up. Before we get into too much of the changing up, I just want to show you a little bit of what Instagram can do. This is a super quick reel for Instagram, right? Yep. So you can add different music to it. Let's see, I don't think mine's playing the music. I don't know how to make you guys hear the music, sorry. But there's music to this. And it's just words you make scroll. It's about a 15-minute reel, 16-minute reel. And there you go, boom, done. I'm not in it, I'm not talking, but it works. All right. Any questions so far? I know I feel like I'm moving really fast.
Brandy asked if you can record in Canva, like off of your webcam or something, or if it's
yes.
Oh.
That I'm not 100% sure of. You probably might be able to in the Pro. If anybody has the Pro and has done that, feel free to answer. But in the free version, you can't. You can upload your own, like if you made your own video and you want to put it into a Canva thing, you can upload it that way. I've not seen where, at least on the free version, that you can record right directly from Canva. Does that answer your question? All right. So here's another one. I did this one. The one I showed you before was actually already one that was already on Canva. This is one that I did myself. And it's just one picture with these words, but because I did it as a reel, it goes for 7.5 seconds. So on Instagram and most other things that do reels and shorts, this would work. I don't know if a short is the same as a short, I believe is a little bit longer than a reel. So, but anyway, this counts as a reel because it you know, and you saw it kind of jiggle a little bit, making it look like the flowers are moving. So super, super easy, because as most of us that are on social media trying to grow our platform right now, the big thing is stories and reels. And Canva is just a super easy way to do that. Now, as I said previously, there is a paid version where you can have way more cool tools and access a lot more things. Actually, going back to the recording question, right here, can you, this says videos. So we're going to click on it. Easy to assemble videos. And I believe that this is where you will crop and, yep, this is where you're pulling your videos and crop them and add background and those kinds of things. So that answers that question. You cannot record, at least on the free version, you can't, but you can pull in and make videos. All right. If there's no other questions, we're going to jump into, let me check my notes. We're going to go ahead and jump into, we're going to make a Twitter post. And I know some of you are on Twitter, some are not, but we're just going to, I wanted to do one in each group. I wanted to do a Twitter, an Instagram, and a Facebook, just to kind of help you do that. So we're going to go here. All right, let's say you're not sure what to do. Okay, it's your very first time using Canva and you don't know how to do what to do. So one of the things that I really love about Canva is you can pick something that somebody else has already done, and you can just replace your words and picture. Let me make sure I didn't pick no, that's an upgrade, sorry.
Yeah, those free templates are really nice. They give you, kind of spur the imagination.
All right, let's try this one. Ta-da. Customize this. Nope, coming soon. Well, I just have a great knack for picking the wrong ones, you guys. Let's see. All right, let's try this one. Okay. So it brings all of this up. And I don't want live in a moment. I want to change it to, sorry. There we go. Ta-da. Super easy. And I don't want these, so I can just take these out. And I can come over here. Now, once you have one, this beautiful pane comes up on the other side to the left, and you have more templates that you can use, elements, uploads, all of these things here. So I would like a background, and I want it to have lips. Let's see if there's anything. Nope. Okay. So we'll do hearts. There might be something here. Hearts. So then you just tap it, and now that's your background. But I don't like that background. I want a different one. I can just click it and it changes to that one. And then if you want this to fit in the heart, you can move it down. And then this means you can rotate it however, which way you want. And then you can make it fit just like that. I still don't like these half circle thingies. And there you go. That fast, that easy. That's how Canva works. And I will say, sometimes when I have a specific idea of what I want to do, it's hard sometimes to make it happen in Canva, and it can get frustrating. And I've been asked before, why doesn't Canva let me do? I don't know, I didn't program it. The one thing I do know is that with the free version, you do have more limitations because obviously they want you to buy the paid version. So, excuse me, y'all, gotta take a drink.
Pam asked a question I could actually answer for her, but I can let you too. So she wanted to know if you can upload your own pictures.
Absolutely, I'm going to show you that. How you upload your pictures. Okay, I'm going to delete this. The reason I put Kiss It Baby is years ago I learned this acronym for KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. Well, I don't like stupid, so I say keep it simple, silly. And that has worked for me. So I'm trying to keep things real simple today. And this is how you get rid of it. You just highlight, click on it, hit your delete button, and it's gone. All right, so upload, you can upload all kind of pictures. And you'll see my uploads here in a minute. Some of these this was a prayer for the hurricane victims. This was all kind of different stuff. This was frustrated with my computer. So you can do either memes you can download, or this is one of my precious little grandbabies. You can add a picture, one of your pictures. In fact, I actually made a birthday invitation using this picture. Some of y'all may have seen this a while back. We talked about SMART goals. I made that on Canva. Here I am with a book contract, a light. So anything you want. And if you want to upload a picture, you just come here to where it says upload files. You click on it, and it takes you to your file folder on your computer. And you just scroll into whatever you want. You can do document, you can do picture, you can do videos, and just click whatever you want. We'll click that one. And it uploads it for you. Maybe. Oh, there it is. And there you have it. That's how easy it is to upload a picture. And so then, I have to make you guys small again, I'm sorry. So from there, if you want to share it, you click the share button, and then you hit download, and that downloads it to your computer. I don't ever share on social media directly because I don't know. I'm super, I guess you could say paranoid when I share through another link that's not me, of who might get it, what access does that give them back to my Canva or my whatever I'm sharing from. So,
you know, the place I share it, the thing is this, you see the schedule up at the top. Mm-hmm. I have the paid version. So I have the content calendar, and I'll create an Instagram one. I schedule it for the following week. We were gone so much in September. I scheduled like 3 or 4 weeks ahead. I just got creative one afternoon, made a bunch, scheduled one on Monday, one on Friday at a certain time, and then resized it to Pinterest and shared there. And I love that scheduling, but that's part of the pro version. But I love that. That's how I share.
Right. And a lot of people do have a scheduling program, or maybe another scheduling program that they use. And that's good. I'm just, I don't know why, it's just me. I'm sure a lot of people use share on social and are totally cool with it. But I choose to download it because then it's in my computer, and then I can take it to Twitter, since I don't have a scheduler, then I can download it and do what I want with it. So then you just click download, and it suggests how to download. And so since this is a little bit of a picture, we'll go with ping and download, and it downloads it to your computer. Pretty simple, right? Mm-hmm. And to me, what I love is how you can, even let's say I decided, okay, I don't want my smart goals on there. I want that to go away. Oh, look, there's my grandbaby. He's still there. Don't want that one either. Then you can come here, go back to backgrounds and pick something. There's stock photos in here, and a lot of these are from Pixabay and Unsplash. They have a lot of those free image places have this kind of the same pictures. So there's all kind of pictures in here you can choose from. Like I could have used that one the other day. I had a migraine. I didn't have yellow eyeshadow on, but I did have a migraine. So there you go. For coffee connoisseurs, the lattes, whatever, that do this cool looking leaf. And if you want to share it, all you do is click it and it comes up. And now if you just click it once, it comes up in the middle. If you want it to be the background, you hold your mouse down. Oh, silly me. Let me try this again. And if you drag it over, it will fill the whole page. Ta-da. So you can either have a small picture, like if you have a pretty background, you can do that. Or if you want that to be the whole picture and you're going to write something on it, but this picture is a little too dark. So what do? This little square right here is a transparency square, which means you can make this picture become as transparent as you want. Obviously, you wouldn't want it that because you can't see it. So if you wanted to type something on it and you just wanted that as a faded background, if you want to type, you can come over here to text, and there's different size headings. I almost always start out with add a heading because the other ones are so small, and with, you know, aging eyes, I don't like things real small. So I usually just go with heading. Occasionally, like if I'm doing a Bible verse, the reference part I might do as a subheading. Or you can scroll down and there's all these cool different ways to cool looking stuff. And some of these, like we'll go with this one. You can change what you want to say. And see how under the letter up here, it has color. You can go in and pick a different color. I like to pick purples and teals because that's kind of my color scheme. And there you have it. And okay, now you see it's not lining up right. So what you do is you hold your mouse down and move it up. And then you can also take, just like you can on other things, how you shrink a picture, and then you just move it. And if you want to make sure it's centered, if you go slow, see the line across? That means it's horizontally centered. And then you go that way, and now you know it's vertically and horizontally centered. Any questions so far?
Norma, can you go back to the colors really quick? Because there's a really cool feature on there too that we could talk about just a second, is that it gives photo colors. So it's pulling out the colors from that photo. And of course, these are all brown and gray and dark. So you probably would not want your text to be that. But I have found that's really helpful sometimes when trying to put the right color on a picture, is to know then you already know what colors are going to go well with it. And it also lets you choose your brand colors. Like you see, Norma's got those up there. And I use a couple colors consistently, and they show up on my side now. And I can use those. So when I am doing, which I'm not doing it real faithfully right now, but when I was doing Instagram faithfully, there was a consistency to my look because the background color was almost always, or often, one of those two colors. I won't say it most always, but if there was a choice, it would be one of two colors.
Right. And thank you for reminding me of that, Johnny, because that's true. Whatever picture you pull up, you're going to have this first row of colors is going to be what goes with that picture. So there you see, you can change it. Let's say I wanted to add just some little embellishments, as sometimes we like to call them. you can go, let's see, let's do arrow. There's all kind of arrows. They even have little meme type stuff. And when you're in anything on the left sidebar, if you see a crown by it, you see if you hover over it, it says Pro. That means you can't use it. You can get it, but you're going to pay, I think it's usually only $1 for a design that's not in the free version. And I have done that sometimes if I'm making something super special. I will go ahead and pay for that element. I have done that. It's like $1, sometimes $2. So that's how you can do that. If you're not sure, you can just, let's do, I'm on a hearts kick today, so there we go. Probably because yesterday my husband told me I was right. If y'all go to my Instagram, it's on video and everything. So I'm just all Twitter-pated, as Thumper said. So you can come in here and just add heart if you want. Whatever little embellishment you want. There's circles, squares. There is so much in the here. Here they have heart background. Like if you wanted to do, I like that they have a real heart. That's pretty cool. So most of these, as you can see, the prettier ones are paid, are the Pro. But I want to change my background to, there you go. And it's super, super easy. Sometimes in the evening when I'm watching TV with my husband or my husband and my son, I'll bring my computer out and I'll just make some of these while I'm watching TV. Because it's, especially if it's something that I want to make for social media, it's not super hard to do. If I'm doing something special, like I said, I made my business cards a few years ago. That's a little more tricky because I want it to be a certain way. So I'll wait till I'm in my office at my desk, a little more focused. But if you just need to do some content for your social media, sorry, my brain went, it's a super easy way to do that.
Norma, so would you show what it looks like when you use an element that you have to pay for? Because you can put it on your design, yep. But it does a certain thing to let you know.
Yep. Let me.
Thanks.
Let's go back to here. All right. Let's say I want to do this one. Well, that's not. Let's try that again. Like I said, technology's not exactly been my friend lately. Come on, you're supposed to jump on there. All right, let me. All right, here's one. Nope. I'm sorry, y'all. We'll just, there, wait. It started to, there we go. So sometimes, no, that wasn't the paid one, was it? Let's try it again. Oh yeah, it did. It said remove watermarks. So you'll get a little thing that'll say remove watermarks. And you click on that and so you can purchase it. So you go
I don't know if you can see, but like on the colored elements, you'll see little white lines across it as well. And those hash marks let you know that that's a paid element. Like see some of those hearts on there?
Let me see if I can pick, let's not do heart background. Let's just go back to background. Let's do circle. So this one is nice and dark. Can you see the lines through that?
Yes.
That's what Brandy's talking about. Sometimes there'll be these lines so you know, and there's always this remove the watermark, and you can go to it, you can purchase it, and it tells you how you can purchase it. And like this particular one is $5. And it tells you with what you're getting, how much it's going to cost. So you know before you go into your, however you're going to pay for it, you already know how much it's going to be. So that's how you would do that. Any questions about handling that if you have the free account?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And it remembers everything that you've purchased on the free account. Will it limit you on how many of those you can purchase on the free account?
No. I haven't been limited, but I also haven't. I know one time I was working on my daughter's wedding invitation. And for that, I bought like 3 different elements. And I mean, I know that's not a whole lot, but it didn't limit me to, you know, 1 per thing or 1 and out. I guess they figure it's your money. If you want to keep buying it as opposed to buying pro, you're free to do that. So anyway, that's how that works. Any questions about doing?
Yeah, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know if you purchase Pro, and you might not be able to answer this, but maybe somebody else in the chat can. Now, if you purchase Pro, you have access to all of the elements, all the backgrounds, all the templates, and you can use them without limitation. But if you decide you don't want to continue and you go back to the free plan, you lose all of those extra things. Now, I'm curious, if you had purchased an individual element before you decided to go with the Pro version, and then you go back to the free plan, do you still have the original purchase of the element that you bought? Or does that go back to, oh, you need to buy Canva for work again? Anybody happen to know that? If you do, if Norma doesn't know, but you know the answer in the chat, please put it in the chat and we'll try and get that on the screen. Do you know, Norma?
I believe once you purchase an element, you have, last time I purchased one, it told me that I think one of them said I had it for a certain amount of time, and one said I had so many uses of that one. Of course, I only paid $1 for it, so you know, you get what you pay for, right? So it fulfilled the purpose that I needed it for, and therefore, you know, $1, okay, fine. Now, if I paid $5 or $6 for something, I would want to know that I can probably like keep it indefinitely. But that being said, I don't know directly the answer to your question. If you go Pro and then come out, go back to the free, I would imagine whatever you've purchased still stays yours, unless there's that little caveat that you only get it for, no, not caveat, if that, you know, that message that you can only get it for a little bit.
That might be a frequently asked questions section to look up on Canva.
That will be one that I will look into, because I don't know. Like I said, I'm not to the place in my writing career yet that I can support all these cool extra fun things. But when I am, Canva Pro is going to be the first one, just because I use it so much. But anyway, so that's, any other questions about how to do that, how to use this? Am I, you know, if you can just maybe give a thumbs up in the chat or on your picture or whatever, before I move on. I want to make sure there's no other questions. The best thing to do with Canva is just get in here and play. And I know some of you are like, I am so busy, I don't have time to sit down and play. Well, maybe when you're watching a movie or waiting 15 minutes to sit down and you sit down while something's cooking in the oven or whatever, just pop on and make a super simple Facebook post or Twitter post. And as you see, you can just go find a background, put it there, find your words, put it there, download it, off it goes. Super simple. All right, now we're going to leave this. And now, even though I didn't download this one, if you go back home, anything you start on here, it will save. So if I go to my projects, it shows this one because that's the template I used. If you click on it, it comes back to what I did. When I actually download it, it'll show it as this. Does that make sense? So All right, what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you how to do a story. Let's see, Instagram story. These are super fun. And again, you can add your own personal stuff by doing uploads, or you can pick a template that's already here and just tweak it. Here's some of my colors again. Again, keeping it super simple. And I don't like what they're saying. So I'm just going to double click. Come on, play nice. Usually, like I said, technology and I have been fighting all for about a week and a half now. All right, so I'm going to come over here to text. And actually, I'm just going to type on it if it'll let me. I apologize, you guys. All right, let's try this again. Now, I don't like the white on there, so I'm going to come up here, and I think I'm going to pick dark pink. There we go. So they have several of these, probably these corners. See how these little frames keep coming up as I hover over it? Whoever originally designed this one, they've added different elements. So let's say I don't want that. See, it took the orange out of the bottom, but then I changed my mind. Wait, I kind of do like that. So just like in Word, you have the undo button. Whoop, undo it, and there it is. Okay, so there's that. And then you get to animate it, means how you want it to appear. Disco. Us older ones kind of might like the disco. Some of you young people have no idea what disco is, but it's okay. You know, if you ever see anybody doing like this. All right, so I want to do disco. So there we go. So it's ready to go. So then all I have to do is hit share, and you can either share here, or if you do, let's do share to social media. So you have the scheduler, Facebook, all these different things you can share on. Okay, so let's do Instagram. And then you have to scan that. So that's probably the other reason. That's new. I didn't used to do that I recall. So I don't want to do all that. So I'm just going to hit download. And see, this download comes up as a MP4 video. So that would download to your computer as video. Any questions on how to do a story? And then you could just upload this in your Instagram stories. And if you have it clicked to where it shares on Facebook, then you automatically get a Facebook and an Instagram story. And it took me, you know, all of like a minute to do it. Any questions, comments? Am I going too fast, too slow?
I think that scan option looks nice. I know when transferring things from computer to the phone, it kind of adds a lot of extra work to it. So having something that will go straight to your phone to share on Instagram is a nice add-in.
Right, right. And then, oh, also I want to show you one more thing. This over here, you can change. You click that and it shows you what it looks like. And I believe here, see where I'm hovering, time editing, you can go here and you can make it longer or you can make it shorter. This sets how long your image will stay on the without repeat. however you're scrolling in. I'm sorry, y'all, I'm struggling for words right now. This sets the time, as how long the video plays before it starts over. All right, now let's do a reel. Is pretty much very much the same thing, except you just do it a little longer. And also over here on the left, you have audio. So you could, I know why it's not playing for you guys to hear it because I have my headphones on, sorry. So here's all these free music that you could do. And then when you play it, like I said, because I have my headphones in, I think is why you can't hear it. So see, it only plays a short little snippet of it because your video is only this short. So that's a ukulele happy song playing. And there you have it. So, and you can set it as loud or as not, however loud you like it. Any questions?
Pam put one in. She said she has a complicated question.
Okay.
If I wanted to make a reel with Willoughby and I wanted him to be saying something and have a friend who does his voice, can I record my friend's voice somehow and then upload it for the reel?
Yes, yes. Again, you could probably on Pro, you could upload audio. I would imagine probably what you would have to do this on the free version is to go ahead and do the voice of pre-record what you're going to do with Willoughby, and then pre-record what you're going to do with his friend in the different voices. And then you could upload them separately so that they're talking back and forth, I think is how that goes. Or you may have to upload them at the same, like do the recording, Willoughby talking and then the friend talking. Because sometimes with reels, I have found unless you do individual videos, things kind of tend to run together on reels. So if you wanted to do a reel of Willoughby and his friend, I would do a video of Willoughby talking and then keep it running and do one of his friends. Or do two separate videos and then on reels, if you pull up Instagram and do the reel, you can upload the two separate videos side by side. And they should be okay without the voices running over. Now that I've had a minute to think about that. That's how I would do that. If anybody has the Pro and know if you can upload your own into audio to do the voiceover stuff, you know, please speak up because I don't know.
Norma?
Yep.
This is Kim Aulick. I have a quick question. Hi.
Yes, ma'am.
Is there a way to watermark your own work so that if somebody else is going to share it, your name is on it?
What I've seen most people do in that situation is they don't watermark it, but sometimes they'll put their name so close to real small. Remember how I told you under the text, you can get really small writing. Let's add that. See how little that is? And some people will add that. Let's say, let's do that. Let's show how to do that. Okay. So let's say you want to add your name so that people don't copy it. First, I like to make things big because, you know, like I said, I have old eyes. And I'm going to say, if these other things will go away, I will. I'm just going to type my name. Okay, then you can hit, let's see, nope. You can fade your name so that it's there, but not in your face. Oh, and the other one is position. So I want my name to be in the background. So it'll go to the back. See? You can't see it, but there's a little mark right there. I have to move. So I've seen people do that. How they did all these squares is make it hard for me to get back. And this is the problem sometimes with when you overlay so many things, is it's hard to get back to something. So I'm kind of glad that happened, because that reminded me to tell you that that does happen. There we go. So now I can move this wherever I want it to be. Does that help, Kim?
Yes, very much. Thank you.
Or the other thing I've seen is people will put their name super close like that. So it makes it really hard to crop the image without their name being there, or their logo or something like that. I've seen that. I've seen a lot of that with their name, or right here in the corner. See how these overlay like that? Some people will add a little, whether it's like their logo, and they'll make it real small to overlay like that, so they can't really crop it out.
Okay.
Does that help? That was a very good question.
On the templates, I believe it is, there's often they will say one of the little things on it will be at really great website, and all you have to do is replace the words really great website with your own, and it's right there on the template already.
Right. Yep.
Norma,
yes.
Patricia just gave a little bit of advice that's helpful here. She
Okay.
said to use the lock on the top right, and it'll set the layer that you're working on so that the other ones won't interfere.
Oh, cool.
So,
right.
Click on one of those orange elements and it'll appear. Now there's a lock. And that is just lifesaver when you want to have those locked to your background. Any background, just you're sure you want to keep it, lock it, and then you can grab the text without those moving around.
Well,
Nice.
see, I learned something new. Thank you, Patricia.
Oh, that's
Look,
awesome.
now they're not all over the place. Yay! I learned something new. The teacher is taught. No, that's awesome. As I said at the get-go, I am not a pro at this. I just use it a lot, and just wanted to share how really simple it is. Any other questions before I stop screen share and let you guys come on and give your testimonies or non-testimonies on using Canva? I know some people have said, I hate Canva, it's so hard. You know, technology is what it is, and having the free version, you don't get as much good stuff, and can make it more difficult sometimes.
One of the things that kind of drives me a little nutty with Canva is when I try to get very detailed and align things just a certain way. Canva doesn't always like to do that on a small scale. So I have to remember that there are limitations with this program. It's great for making memes and other things that you just want to get out a quick image, or something that's fairly, professional looking, but you don't have to do something really intricate with it. But once you start aligning something really intricately, like I do have troubles making something like business cards on Canva, because I'm always looking for really fine kerning on my images and my elements. So I know for me, I need a different program for those types of things, but for basic things, Canva is fantastic.
So Brandy, I could offer that when Norma was on that page of design, there is a slider that shows like a zoom. So if you went into one of the projects, you can see that zoom, and you can get really, really, really fine kerning, but you have to zoom in first.
You can. I was making
the bottom zoom thing.
Yeah,
there, 16%.
I was making a racing card for my race car son, and my problem is that I had too many elements on the page, and then they did not want to align over the top of one another. So I was trying to align elements on top of elements on top of elements, and I was just asking Canva to do more than it was designed to do at that point.
Oh, it actually is so cool. So that where it says 16% at the bottom of your screen, if you slide that over to the right and zoom right in on the text or whatever you want to turn and move, you have to get super, super close before you can do those fine tuning.
Yep.
And then it's amazing.
And like Brandy said, this program, the more you play with it, the more you learn. And
yeah,
sometimes, you know, there's always more to learn. And Patricia, I really appreciate you jumping in and sharing about that locking your thing, locking up the images so you can get to the words or to something else. And yes, any other questions before we finish up? If not, I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing.
So Norma, have you
Yes.
or can you show how to resize on the free version?
How to resize?
Yes. So you have a design made in one.
The free version doesn't allow you to resize. You have to have
That's right. It does not.
Right. So, it doesn't.
So a hack for that is go to your design and take your cursor and cover everything, like highlight everything, copy it, and then you paste it in a right size document. So you're not really doing the magic resize, but you're able to grab everything. So now you want to go back down in percentage so you can see everything. And probably unlock all those elements.
This one doesn't have anything locked. I went to a different
good. So now you just take your cursor and outside of the square rectangle, just highlight everything. And you have to start in one corner and get the cursor the whole thing. Yeah. And now copy everything, clear it past the top, and it will highlight everything that's in that piece. Copy it, duplicate it is different, but copy it like the Control-C and the.
Okay.
And then go to your new document, whatever size you want, and then you can paste all of those pieces in that new project and the new size. And it's just about as quick as the resize if you didn't want to pay for the Canva.
Yeah, and when you
So
select,
when
you select, take your cursor wide around all of your elements to make sure that you get all of the elements on your page.
Right. Because like on the one that had all the different elements, how they were mostly hanging off the page, you still want all of that. So if you know it's hanging off, you would go however wide it's hanging off.
Correct.
Right. Good to know. Yes, I'm looking up here, resize is the thing for the paid version. Good pointer. Thank you again. Any other comments or questions before I stop sharing?
I love the little bit on the animation. I haven't done that much of that. And I've never done the audio, so I'm going to try that. That's good.
Yeah. The audio is fun. Sometimes, for example, it was a while ago, I uploaded a picture, I made it into a story, and they have some kind of funny, silly sounding music on there. And they have some that's very peaceful. Like if I was doing something with the ocean and about being peaceful, then you can pick that kind of music. One time when I was first learning to do this, it was in a workshop, and somebody had a picture of their son or somebody in their family gaming, at a gaming, video gaming. And they pulled up some kind of rock music. And it was really cool because it went fast and it kind of went with their fingers moving. So it's really fun to play with. And I know everybody's busy and not always has time to play, but it's a fun thing to do. Any questions?
I have a question. Does anyone know if you can actually schedule reels and videos on the Canva scheduler, or can you only schedule posts?
Only with Pro.
Well, I have Pro, so you can actually schedule reels?
Okay. I think so. I think with the Pro, you can schedule pretty much whatever you make on Canva, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, thank you.
As I tell my husband, I may be wrong. I've been wrong before, and I'll probably be wrong again. So there you have it. Thank you all.
Norma.
Yes, ma'am. Hi, Yvonne.
Hi. I did have one question,
okay.
And that is, if you were to take your headphones off for just a few seconds, could we hear the music that you have on that one reel?
We can try it if you want to.
I'd love to.
Let's see. We'll try it. I'm going to turn, let's see.
Well, Norma's doing that. I just want to say real quick, I think she has shown us that even if you don't have the paid version, there is a lot that you can do and a lot that you can put together just real quickly, just to have content. So it was great.
There's a feature in Zoom that you have to enable computer audit. Yeah.
Oh, now we can't hear you, Norma.
There's that better?
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Norma. This has been super.
Well, and I hope it wasn't too much information thrown at you. Feel free to, contact me on social media or whatever if you have questions. I'm more than happy. Did I hear somebody speak up? Somebody else have a question?
I think what we'll do is we'll wrap up the video and then invite you. You could stay on for a few minutes. We'll have to see if there's any other questions in the after party. Brandy, do you want to talk about next week a little bit? Come right with me.
We are going to have a come right with a session, and it is on NaNoWriMo prep. So it's going to be more brainstorming for ideas that you might want to do for any NaNoWriMo projects. And if you're not doing NaNoWriMo, that's okay, because you can use brainstorming tools and techniques for anything else that you want to write. So come write with us next week.
Yeah, that is great. Great. And anything else for the sake of the group? Melissa, Johnny, Brandy, Norma, anything else?
Nope. Thank you, Norma. It was wonderful. Wonderful info. I learned a lot.
Yes, it was great. Yes, you did a great job. You might have been nervous, but everything went really great. You didn't look nervous.
Well, thank you.
Really,
thank you.
Great.
Went really quick, and it's got us all, I think, to want to go or play this afternoon a little bit. I think that was great. So thank you so much, and thank you for being with us today. And we'll see you all next week on Writers Chat next Tuesday. Bye, everybody.